Hi, how are you? In this topic, we discuss architectural design. We can separate software architecture and design into two separate phases: software architecture and software design. In architecture, non-functional decisions. In decisions, functional requirements. Software architectures provides an abstraction to manage the system complexity and establish communication and coordination mechanism among components. It defines a structured solution to meet all the technical and operational requirements while optimizing the common quality attributes like performance and security. Software design provides a design plan that describes the elements of a system, how they fit and work through to fulfill the requirement of the system. Architecture architecture design is concerned with the understanding how a system should be organized and design the overall structure of that system. Architectural design is the critical link between design and requirements engineering, and uh, identifies the main structural components in a system and the relationships between them. The output of the architectural design processes is an architectural model that describes how the system is organized as a set of communicating components. Agility and architecture. It is generally accepted that the an early stage of agile processes is designed to overall system architecture. Refactoring the system architecture is usually expensive because it affects so many components in the system. The architecture, packaging, root control, advantages of architecture, stakeholder communication. Architecture be used as a focus of discussion by system stakeholders. System analysis means that analysis of whether the system can meet its non-functional requirements is possible. Large scale reuse. The architecture may be reusable across a range of systems. Product line architectures may be developed. Use of architecture models as a way of facilitating discussion about the system design. A high level architectural view of a system is useful for communication with the system stakeholders and project planning. Stakeholders stakeholders can relate to it and understand an abstract view of the system. They can then discussion the system as a whole without being confused by detail. As a way of documenting an architecture that has been designed, the aim here is to produce a complete system model that shows the different components in a system, their interfaces and their connections. Architectural design decisions. Systems in the same domain often have similar architecture that reflect domain concepts. Application product lines are built around a core architecture with variants that safety particular customer requirements. The architecture of a system may be designed around one of more architectural patterns or styles. These captures the essence of an architecture and can be studied in different ways. Architectural views, a view model 4 plus 1 of a software architecture, a logical view which shows the key abstraction in the system as object or object classes, a process view which shows how at runtime the system is composed, the interacting processes, a development view which shows how the software is decomposed for development, a physical view which shows the system hardware and the how software components are distributed across the processors in a system, related using cases or scenarios. Architectural patterns. Architecture are means of representing, sharing, and reusing knowledge. An architectural pattern is stylized description of a good design practice which has been tried and trusted in different environments. Patterns should include information about when they are and when they are not useful. The model view control MVC project description. The separates example when used advantage and disadvantages. Separates presentation and interaction from the system data. The system is structured into logical components that interact with each other. The model component manages the system data and associate operations on the data. The view component defines and manages how the data is presented to the user. The controller component manages user interaction, key presses, mouse clicks, etc., and passes these instructions to the view and the model. shows the architecture of a web-based application system organized using the MVPC pattern used when there are multiple way to view and interact with data also are used for the future requirements of interaction and presentation of a data are known and unknown allows the data to change independently of this presentation and vice versa support presentation of the same data in different ways with changes made in one representation so in all of them can involve additional code and code complexity and when the data model or interaction are simple.